classmates. I'm Akibur Rahman, an electrical engineering student currently in my second semester. Today, I will be talking about something that will help you to decide to buy your future computer or upgrade the current one. I'll be presenting you with the topic based on choosing a computer and how should you approach it. So I researched on computers for graphics designer, so that's basically how I approached it. And to approach, the first thing you need to know the purpose of the computer. Some light work, for example, just Excel, Microsoft, just some kind of office work, or are you gonna just do heavy gaming, or is this for something specifically graphical work, just like mine one? So that's the part. So that's the first thing you have to find the purpose of the computer first. Next thing you have to do choosing the parts for the computer. That's also very important. There are a lot of companies that offers various parts of the computer. You have to choose the right one. There's always coming latest parts, so you have to always to be up to date with the markets. There are a lot of YouTubers, a lot of bloggers who do different reviews on computer parts. So yeah, you can look into those when you're choosing the computer for yourself. Now, choosing the company. Now, I can buy the parts, then adjust the computer and put them all together by myself. But since I'm purchasing the computer for the graphic designer company, I don't want to take risk and do the service. So because the companies have different companies have a warranty and guarantee, and they do the services very well, so it is more reliable to go with the company rather than just go and buy putting all those computers together for yourself. And also the thing is the best for the bucks. Yes, so I'll be comparing the price and the performance at the last slice, so you can see why I choose this company or this computer over the other companies of other computers. Next, choosing the parts for the computer. Let's see how I will approach it. Just as I said, my computers are basically for the graphics designer, as I'm purchasing the computers for my company's graphic design department. So what are the parts? Now this will be the way my one is going. First, I'll choose GPU, then processor, then RAM, then storage, monitor. For some people, it will be processor, GPU, RAM, then storage, then monitor. It differs. So GPU. Now GPU is called the graphics processing unit. It's a standard amongst the most essential parts stuck inside the PC. Now, why is that? Mainly, without the GPU, you cannot see anything, you cannot do any graphical work. And the better GPU, the better graphics quality. So I'll be going at least 4 GB RAM, DDR5, 300 cores with 4 core resolution for my department. This is the minimum that I'll be going with. Now, you can go more than this, but you have to think about the budget. Since in the last report for the last week, I wrote my budget would be like only 3,000, just above 3,000. So I won't be going over that, and I'll be choosing like the highest model. So the couple of examples I'll give you right now, the one you're seeing in the picture is GTX 180 Ti. The other is 107, 1080. Those are very good. Those are kind of old, 2 years, 3 years old, but still they're good enough to go another 4 or 5 years. The one with the latest is now 2080 Ti, but that is really expensive, and I don't want the company to buy expensive, but the company doesn't basically have the expensive right now. So yeah, they can upgrade it later if they want it with the company's offer. Next, the processor. So the processor is actually so what is actually processor? It's a central processing unit that resembles the cerebrum of the personal computer. It's the brain of the computer, and I'll need at least 8th generation Core i7 or i9 with at least 3.5 gigahertz speed. Now, there is another company that make processor, and that is AMD. This is the mainly two companies that make processor for small companies, personal uses. There are other two companies, IBM and another one, but I'm not going to go with those. Why I didn't choose AMD? Because Intel is more professional, and they have a more experience with the office works. So since my one is office kind of, so I am going with that one. If I was choosing for something to develop a computer for a gaming person, doesn't just gonna do gaming, nothing else, I would choose AMD over Intel. But for this part, for this project, I'm choosing the Intel one, and that has to be at least 8th generation Core i7 or i9, at least with 3.5 gigahertz speed, as I said before. So the processor actually look like this. If you didn't see this before, now comes RAM. Now this is also very, very important. RAM stands for, so this is the RAM. This is the Beijing's company RAM. So it stands for random access memory. The RAM keeps stuff at the front at its cerebrum for a brief span. That means that for whatever stuffs you have on your computer, if you open that up, it will store in the RAM and it will keep running there. So as long as you have the apps open, for example, I have my, now at the moment I have my slideshow open, so that means PowerPoint is running on my RAM, not on my storage. So when I close this PowerPoint, the RAM will also delete that data and move out from that. And whenever when I'm using the next thing, for example, maybe I'll close this and I'll open my Blackboard and Chrome, then the RAM will move to this PowerPoint and open the Chrome and the Blackboard, all those working. So whatever I'm doing, the RAM will also do the work with me. That's it. That's it. It will just store the data what is running, not the one which is already closed. So yeah. And as the day is going, the RAM is becoming more demanding. So the more RAM you have, the better performance you have, of course. But as the day is going, the demand for the RAMs is also growing. Now I will consider at least 16 GB RAM with 2,440 megahertz of speed. One is storage. Now storage is also very important, as you know. Without storage, you cannot store anything, right? That's basically. Now there are two types of storage. The one you're seeing is now SSD. This is the latest one, not the latest one. It was a 2013 version. But yeah, the SSD is getting more improved, but still people are using HDD. If you know what that is, that we used to use that was in a disk. But this one is not a disk; it's a memory type, so it's a lot faster than HDD. And of course, since it's office work, I don't want to take a risk of you having a HDD. So I will go with SSD, which is a lot better performance. And since it's a little bit high graphical work, SSD will be just suitable for that. And I'll be considering 500 GB since we will have a server for our office and we'll have cloud storage, all those things, extra features. So we don't need that much of a storage in our computer. So next will be monitor. Now, I'm pretty much sure some monitor will come with the company's main computer with, all-in-one PC. That's what I'm considering right now at the moment. But if you're choosing something else, you may have to go with the monitor, with the extra monitor that will have at least a 4K resolution. Now, again, monitor is really important. Why? Because the designer will always be on their screen during the work time. They need a better quality monitor with a high resolution supported brightness and more color brightness and all those beautiful things. So yeah, as I said, it has to be at least 27-inch with 4K resolution. And if you don't know what is 4K, it's actually 2020 pixel by 4036 pixel. Now, chart for the best parts. This is a very important thing I did myself. So if you can understand by this, you can see that which will be better parts for my build. And as you can see, the 180 Ti, 180 Ti will be the best one. The 60 GB RAM, of course, will be the best one than 12 GB than 8 GB. Of course, the SSD performance is going to be a lot better. The monitor is going to be 4K resolution will be always better. This is just a general comparison to let you understand better where I'm going with. So yeah, will be research on computers for graphic designer. Now, I chose these two companies, not computers, sorry, mainly because that these three are really popular. They are dominating the computer world for so long time. Not only that, it's because they also give the service to the office companies, especially the office school companies with warranties, guarantees, and all those features, which are you not getting with other companies, may not get with other companies. So, for example, if you're buying a personal computer, I wouldn't suggest you buying a Microsoft or Dell or Apple, and I would suggest you build your own computer and then go with that. It will be a lot cheaper, it'll be a lot better performance. But since in an office work, I don't want to take a risk, and I don't want the service work to be on me. So it will be the company's duty to service those computers if my company does buy one of these companies' computer. So yeah, so again, I'll be purchasing 6 computers. So yeah, it'll be like one. It won't be like I'll be buying one from Dell, one from Microsoft. No, I'll be choosing one company for 6 computers. So yeah, let's see. Next, Apple. Now, Apple has been in the market for like more than 40 years, so they have a lot of history. They make great phones as well as a great PC. Now, their PC name is iMac, so there's two different lineups. They don't have a lot of varieties, but that's all they have. But they're really good. One is iMac, one is iMac Pro. Now, iMac Pro is really priced at 6,299, as you can see, whereas the iMac priced at 1,400 to 2,500, and iMac 21 is 1,400, iMac 27 is 2,400. So yeah, that's the lineup they have. It's just a straightforward. Now, my eyes on the iMac 27 2400, they have all the necessary parts that I was required. So I'll be looking into that. But let's see the other two companies. Okay, Microsoft. Now, Microsoft also have a lot of history. They've been there in the market for so long. Most of the users use OS. The gamers always use Windows. It's because basically they're kind of like cheap than iMac. So it's a lot cheaper and variety of software are found for this platform. That's true. And it also has the perfect configuration that I mentioned in the previous slides. But they have only like one desktop computer named Surface Studio 2. It was actually built for the designers, so it makes perfect suitable for them. However, the price range at 4,600, which is a little bit overboard than what I was expecting. If it was like less than 4,000 at least or 3,500, I would definitely look into this. Next is Dell. So they have a lot of varieties of desktop computer. They also come cheaper than the Apple 2. All of them runs in those platforms. So yeah, they have that option too. You can play games, whatever you want to do, you can do there. They have an option for choosing the hardware according to the need. Yes, so choosing the best configuration would be that I choose from their official website was configuration Alienware Aurora. And that was priced at 4,300. It was also a little bit overpriced. Now I could go down, but then I have to sacrifice the 1080 Ti or the processor. But I didn't want to sacrifice any of those, so I don't know about the option, but I am looking into it. Let's see what happens. So, however, but the problem not only with that, I would definitely be happy with that. But the problem is there will be needing an extra monitor, since it doesn't come with a monitor. It's only desktop. It's only like the boxes. And the winner is iMac 27. Now I know like a lot of people will be like, oh, I knew already this. iMac will be the one. What are you gonna choose other one? The main reason for choosing, I'll give you the reason right just right now. And I was surprised that I chose iMac, but this was the best option there with the spread range. And the reason was for that. See here, if you see it right now, see the Apple. So the green line is the performance. The orange one is the price. So if you compare the performance with the price, you will see the Apple has the least variety, the least difference. So it performance around 3000, which is same as Surface Studio, and also Dell. Dell is a little bit more, but if you add the extra monitor, it'll cost a lot more than this now. So yeah, the performance is like all are in same range, but if you go to price, Apple has the least